There we go. Good morning. Hi. Good morning. Hopefully you can hear me. Let me know. The mic wasn't working just a moment ago, so I had to restart it because it wasn't picking it up. So hopefully everything's good. Yay. Good morning, Jane. Great, thank you. So have your usual stuff ready. Some blocks and a strap or belt if you need one. What else is everyone saying? Good. So hopefully you're feeling good this morning. It's been a bit of a wet weekend. And yeah, if you joined me for yesterday's stretch, hopefully you enjoyed that. Today we are focusing on the crown chakra, which is the top chakra of consciousness, and when everything comes together well in the body. We are also doing a little bit of dancing warrior. So I'm going to be counting us in to a time of 4 beats. So I'm going to give that a whirl today. So hopefully we can feel a little bit of, oh, you can't hear me. Sue should be okay with the sound. Maybe check your end that everything's switched on, because yeah, my mic is definitely on and it's picking up everything. So I'm going to wait another couple of minutes and then we'll begin. We're going to start. How are we going to start today? We're going to start standing. So make sure you have everything to hand though. Strap. I don't think you need a strap for too much actually. Yeah, just for the forward fold. So strap. And we definitely need some blocks. We're going to do some work into the core. So it's going to be lots of squeezing into the belly. Sue, I hope you can hear me now. Good morning, everybody. Okay, great. Thanks, Natalia. And you'll join me later. Excellent, that's fabulous. So let's begin. So I'm going to just take a little sip of my tea. Just to get rid of that croaky throat first morning sensation. I'm burning some lovely incense this morning. It's called Ayurvedic Stress Relief Masala Incense. It's absolutely terrific. And I've got my Arbonne Rescue and Renew oil on my wrist. I'm going to be letting you know about all these products in the next couple of weeks because I'm going to be selling them. So all of these little things really help. Oh, it smells so delicious. It really lifts the senses. So hope everyone's okay now. Got 6 for you. Fabulous. I'm going to start. So come to stand at the top of your mats. Going to begin in mountain pose. So remember, this is your practice. If there's anything that doesn't work for you and you have any pain or anything doesn't feel right, please stop. Remember, listen to your bodies and do what you can do. Remember, there's no ego, no competition, no judgment, self-judgment. So it's really important that you listen to your bodies and follow your practice and enjoy, really enjoy every moment, even when it's tough. I think my new strapline is, if it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you, which really helps me a lot because I challenge myself too continuously. And sometimes you have to stop with the challenge. I have to admit that we can challenge ourselves a little bit too much and then the ego comes in. But a good little bit of challenge thrown in every now and then is good to move us forward so we don't become stuck in a rut. So moving out of the rut and getting into a new groove. That sounds good to me. So standing in mountain pose, Tadasana. Your choice of taking the big toes together with a little space between the heels, creating a triangle shape there, or separating the feet a little wider. So lift your toes, spread them wide, and then reroot them down to the earth. So feel the energy rooted into the earth, but also lifting up the legs. So engage the thighs, a little squeeze into those quads. Also engaging the calves and the shins. Feel the kneecaps lift up, and then starting to feel that pelvis in a neutral position. So a little tuck if needs be with the pelvis. Begin to engage Mula Bandha, squeeze and lift. Little draw of navel into spine, so engaging Uddiyana Bandha. Checking you don't flare the lower ribs, but roll the shoulders back and down. Shoulders away from the ears. Openness across the chest, sternum, heart, collarbones wide. Feel the neck in the length in the neck. So dropping the chin ever so slightly towards the chest. Feel that lovely elongation up through the neck, back of the head. Feel as though somebody's pulling you from the very top of your head up to the sky. There's no way you could get any taller. So imagine yourself reaching up to the sky. And then lastly, energizing the arms alongside by the body, a little bit of space between the arms and the body themselves, and energizing the hands all the way to the fingertips. Feeling yourself connect with every part of the body. Now bringing your attention to your breath. Deep breath in, through the nose. Deep breath out, through the nose. So breathing in and out through the nose throughout the practice. Unless we're doing some kind of sit-ups exercises, abdominal exercises, where I encourage you to do some kind of pranayama style breathing where you might exhale through the mouth. Ujjayi breath, victorious oceanic sounding breath, so swirling the breath in the back of the throat. Warming and energizing that new air that's coming into the body. So fresh new prana, fresh new life force. Imagine breathing in positivity. Exhaling anything that doesn't serve you. Letting go negativity, anything that you don't need. Inhale positive. Exhale negativity. Inhale for 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4. So keeping that nice steady rhythm of 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's what we're going to try and do with our dancing warrior when we get to that part. So let's all join together and unify our breath. So imagine we're breathing in unity here. A little bit of universal consciousness. Feeling everything in alignment within yourself and universally. And let's take an Om, just a single Om to begin our practice. So take a nice deep breath in. So feeling that vibration in the back of the throat. Positive energy, positive energy. Feeling the vibrations of positivity throughout your body and transmitting that out into the world. Taking Vrikshasana, tree pose. So I'm going to turn to face you now. I'm going to mirror you, so standing leg left side. So imagine your left foot is rooted into the earth. So really grow that big toe mound into the earth. That's your big tap root, if you like. Feel the squeeze and lift into your standing leg, your trunk. Squeeze and lift into the pelvic floor. Very slowly, with all of your movements, with control, starting to bring your right knee in towards your chest. Oh, I had a lovely click there. Dropping your nose down slowly, slowly, slowly down towards your knee. Connecting with your breath as you move. Bringing that right foot to touch earth, calf, or above the knee, but never on the knee. So find that spot for that branch, that tree branch, out to the side. Remember, no competition, no judgment. Find that spot for your drishti. Bringing your hands to your heart center, then opening your hands like a flower. So your crown chakra is symbolized through 1,000 petals, 1,000 beautiful petals. So grow your flower. Deep breath in, reaching that flower up to the sky. Knowing that the lotus flower can grow in the muddiest of waters. Don't worry if you wobble, I just had a little wobble. Keep that focus point on your drishti with that spot on the floor. Taking tree pose at the beginning of our practice is particularly challenging because we're just still connecting with all of the muscles and the control within the body. Bringing that lotus flower down to your heart. Nice and slowly. And then bringing that right foot down to the earth. Give your legs a little shake out. Moving over to the other side. Rooting the right foot now into the earth. Grow that big toe mound into the ground. Feel yourself connect, root, and growing tall and strong. So taking your right foot now to land above the knee, below the knee, to the earth, big toe touching. Oh, first we have to bring the knee to chest. I'm feeling wobbly today. If you're feeling wobbly with me, don't worry, wobbling is good. It means that we are challenging ourselves and we're working with ourselves. Don't judge it. Just know that the wobble is there. Work with the wobble. Don't fight it. Bringing your lotus flower again back to your heart center, the Anahata chakra. Squeeze and lift through Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha. In through the belly, through the heart. Up through the throat, all the way to the crown of the head, lifting your lotus flower. Its 1,000 petals up to the sky. Connect with your breath, flowing in and out nice and steady. Let's hold it here for another 2 full breaths in and out. Bringing that flower back down to your heart center. And very slowly, with control, lowering that left foot back down to the earth. Give your legs a little shake out. And come to stand at the top of your mat. Back to your mountain pose. Just scan through the body. Notice any feelings that arise, any places that you notice tension. You might feel a little bit warmer already. Just feeling any sensations there. Taking 3 rounds of classical Surya Namaskar. Taking the hands into the heart center, Samastitihi. Inhale, reaching to the sky. Urdhva Hastasana, follow your thumbs with your gaze. Exhale, hands through center, folding forwards into Uttanasana. Soften the legs, plant the hands, drop the head. Inhale, half lift. Fingertips or hands to shins. Flat back, scoop the belly up. Replant the hands. Inhale, step the right knee down, back, drop the back knee, exhale. Inhale, coming into Anjanasana, so sinking into those hips, into the flexors. So big breath in as you're looking up to your hands. Exhale, folding forwards, planting the hands, frame the front foot, tuck the back toes. Inhale into plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, Ashtanga Pranam. Keep the elbows tucked in. Inhale for those little mini locusts, Salambasana. Exhale out through Bidilasana, which is tabletop, tuck the toes and into Ardha Mukha Svanasana. On your next breath in, stepping that right foot forwards, drop the back knee, exhale. Inhale and tuck the toes and reaching up to the sky, sinking deeply into Anjanasana, low lunge. Exhale, plant the hands forwards, tuck the back toes. Inhale, coming into half lift, Ardha Uttanasana, gaze forwards, scoop the belly, lift the heart. Exhale, forward fold into Uttanasana. A little bit more straighter in the legs, root the feet, squeeze into the thighs, lifting up through the center with control, back up to Urdhva Hastasana. Look up to your thumbs. Exhale, hands through center, back to Samastitihi, into mountain pose. Inhale, reaching up to the sky with those hands. Maybe open up your lotus flower. Exhale, forward fold into Uttanasana. Plant the hands firmly, bend the knees if you need to. Inhale, half lift, scoop the belly up, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands, step the right knee back. Inhale, as you take your Anjanasana, sinking into the hips, look up to your hands. Exhale, frame the front foot, tuck the back toes. Inhale, plank Phalangasana. Exhale through Ashtanga Pranam. Knees, chest, chin. Inhale for that Salambasana B. Exhale through Bidilasana into Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Stepping the right foot forwards, exhale. Inhale into Anjanasana, low crescent lunge. Look up to your hands, frame the front foot. Exhale. Inhale, bringing that left foot to join the right. Into your flat back, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale into Uttanasana. Root the feet, squeeze into the thighs. Lift up through center with control, reaching up. Follow your gaze. Follow your thumbs with your gaze. Little micro back bend, then exhale through Samastitihi to Tadasana. Last time. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Look up to your thumbs. Exhale, hands through center. Forward fold deeply. Straighten the legs a little bit more. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, looking up. Plant the hands. Exhale, step that right knee back. Untuck the back toes. Inhale, low crescent lunge. Maybe a little back bend within that. Exhale, hands, frame the front foot, tuck the back toes. Inhale into plank. Dome the space between the shoulder blades. Scoop the belly up. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, Ashtanga Pranam. Inhale into Salambasana. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, looking up. Exhale through Bidilasana into Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Let's stay here. Take a nice deep breath in, fill the lungs. Open the mouth, sigh the breath out. Inhale, fill the lungs. Exhale, sigh the breath out. Last one, really let go and stick the tongue out too. Big breath in, fill the lungs. Exhale, sticking the tongue out. Lion's breath. Releasing, really letting go of anything that doesn't serve you. Stepping your right foot forwards. Dropping the back left knee. Taking an inhale for Anjanasana on the right side. Look up to your hands. Exhale. Plant the front foot. Frame the front foot. Then inhale into half lift. Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold deeply. Inhale, rooting into the feet. Squeeze into the sides. Lifting up all the way to the sky. Open your hands into that petal lotus flower. Receiving all the positive new energy into your body. Integrating yourself with the universe around you. Drawing your hands down to your heart center, closing your eyes. Maybe opening up that flower at your heart center. Feeling the positive flow of energy in and out through the body, through the nose. Feeling the whole body breathing. Coming to stand for your dancing warrior. So I'm going to count us for a count of 4 eventually when we take all of the postures. So follow me as you can. We're going to do it 3 times. So inhale, reaching up to the sky. Exhale, swan diving forward over the legs. Straighten the legs as much as possible. Plant the hands to the earth. Drop the head down towards the legs. Crown of the head towards the earth. Inhale. Half lift. Really scoop the belly up. Gaze forwards. Heart lifts. Plant the hands. Step or jump into your plank. Exhale, lowering through Chaturanga Dandasana. Only come to 90 degrees with the elbows. And then lifting the heart, the gaze, the chest open. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, upward facing dog. Exhale, squeeze and lift in the belly. Imagine somebody's pulling you from your tailbone back as you flow through, sending the hips back into downward facing dog. So exhaling here. Inhaling, floating the right leg to the sky. Then stepping that right foot forwards, breathing in as you come into your warrior. Your Virabhadrasana, warrior 1. Exhale. Into warrior 2. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhaling into extended side angle. Inhale, windmill the arm round and down. Warrior 2. Overhead with the left arm. Planting the hands, come into Chaturanga. As you exhale down through Chaturanga, inhale Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, floating the right leg to the sky. Stepping the left foot forwards, drop the back heel, warrior 1. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse your warrior, slide the right hand down the right leg. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, warrior 2. Hold the breath a little bit as you windmill the hands overhead, frame the front foot, come into plank and exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. So that was 1 round. We're going to do that 2 more times. So Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. 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 So that was counting for 4. So just hold it here for a couple of breaths. We're going to do that again. So on the right leg, inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. 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 So that's a little dancing warrior with a count of 4. So we're going to practice that. I'll bring that into a few more other practices so you can really enjoy that. It's a really nice thing to do is to keep the flow steady and rhythmic with the breath. On your next breath in, a little bend in the knees. So bringing the thighs towards the chest, keep the hips high. You're on the tips of the toes, balls of the feet, look to the top of your mat. Exhale, step or jump lightly to the top. Breath in, half lift. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, sweep the arms wide, lifting up to the sky. And let's flow all the way down, exhale. Plant the hands, drop the head towards the chest. Head towards the chest, head towards the legs. Inhale, half lift. Plant the hands, step or jump back. And this time just drop to the knees, coming into extended child's pose. So reaching the arms forwards, dropping the buttocks towards the heels. Do a lovely stretch across the shoulders. Sending the armpits down towards the earth. Maybe taking the knees a little bit wider with the feet together. Opening up through the hips a little bit, sending the chest a little bit lower down, armpits a little bit lower down towards the mat. Two more breaths here. And deep breath in, walking the hands towards you. Taking yourself over onto your bottoms, extend the legs into Dandasana, staff pose. Bringing the hands either side of the hips. Imagine your back is against a wall behind you. Squeeze and lift Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha. Squeeze into the quadriceps really actively and really bring those toes towards you. Really engage the legs fully. Bring the elbows close to the body. Drawing the chin towards the chest. Jalandhara Bandha. Drishti to the big toes, or close the eyes. Let's hold it here for 5 strong, deep, even breaths. Imagine somebody's putting you from the crown of the head up to the sky. Super straight spine. Squeeze and lift into that Mula Bandha a little bit more. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. We're going to be using it in a little while. One more big breath in. Exhale, soften a little bit, coming into 5 rounds of Navasana. Taking the hands behind the knees, tilting back with the body a little bit, bringing the shins to parallel. Squeeze and lift into the belly. Open the chest. Reach the arms forwards for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Give the legs a little hug and squeeze in. Big breath in. Let's extend the legs this time. Straighten the legs. 5. Point the toes. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug it in. Big breath in. Reaching up overhead. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 more to go. If you don't want to extend the legs or extend the arms, stick to what works for you today. 1 more. 2 more, sorry. Inhale. Lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next one, we're going to go into Ardha Navasana. So we're going to come halfway down a little bit further. Big breath in. So reach the body back, the legs forward. Squeeze the legs together. 5, 4, keep the chest lifted. 3, squeeze into the belly. 2, and 1. Hug it in. From here, crossing your legs, or coming into a full lotus or a half lotus as we take those lifts off the ground. So you can take your blocks either side. I'm going to hold it for 10 breaths. So you're going to push into the blocks, lifting the legs off. Now, if you can't lift the legs, the bottom and the legs, then go for just lifting the legs towards you. Another 5 breaths. 4, 3, lift a little bit more. 2, wherever you can. 1, slowly lower down. Coming over onto the knees. Going to take some pike lifts. So bring yourself, knees together, legs together. You're onto the tops of the feet without tucking the toes. Taking the hands alongside the knees. So what we're going to do is take a nice breath in. Then we're going to push into the hands, lift the knees up towards the belly. That was 1. We've got 9 more to go. 2, 3. I'm looking forwards at the top of the triangle created by my hands. It's like an equilateral triangle. Look to that spot. So I'm in the middle of my mat. If you've got a life form mat, you have a little triangle spot there for you to gaze for. 2, 3, 4. So inhale and exhale, lift. 5, halfway, another 5. Hands close to the knees. So we're lifting the hips. There's another 3 maybe. 1, 2, another 1, and 3. If you want to cross the feet, squeeze the legs together. Take your blocks. Let's see if we can lift the heels up towards, oh wow, this one's so hard, off the floor. So that's knees and heels, legs lifting. Lolasana, I'm working on that one with you. Into a lovely downward facing dog. So tuck the toes, hover the knees just for a second, then pushing the belly towards the thighs, lifting hips up to the sky, downward facing dog. Let's walk out our dog. Your legs should feel warm already, and the rest of the body. So just setting up your downward facing dog, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Softness in the elbows, squeeze and lift into the belly, really engage there. Reaching the heels down towards the mat, lifting the tailbone, your coccyx bone as if it's going up towards the sky. So that means your pelvis is rotating forwards and down, reaching your armpits as though they're trying to reach down towards your knees. So energetically bringing these together, the legs and arms. Checking you're drawing your chin towards your chest. So lengthen the back of the neck so that the head is lining up with the inner upper arms. Hold it here for another couple of breaths. And then from here, we're going to step or jump our feet up to our hands and come into our Bakasana, crow pose. So step or jump those feet forward. Coming into a little yogi squat first. So you can lift off the heels if that feels good. Or have the heels down, but as you set up for your crow, lift the heels. So we're taking the knees actively into the backs of the arms. Imagine your hands are your feet. You're going to balance on these feet. If you feel you need to put something in front of you for just a little bit of reassurance, then put a block or a cushion there. Sort of like some landing gear. Sort of a little bit of reassurance that if you drop forwards, then you have a soft landing. But you're going to really use these hands, these fingers, really root the feet, Hasta Bandha, hand energy lock into the earth, knees into the backs of the upper arms or slightly outside, depending how you feel with that. Squeeze and lift into the belly, lift the hips high. So finding yourself so that you can lift one leg, one foot reaches up towards the buttock, one at a time. So keep working with this action. If that's where you're going today, just using one leg at a time. If you want to come into both legs lifted, squeeze and lift, Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha. Gaze to the top of that triangle, lifting the feet up and then coming down. Keep going up and down. Remember those fingertips. They're like your toes now. Lift, lift, lift. For 5, 4, 3, I'm shaking. 2, 1. Well done, everyone. Give your hands and wrists a little shake out. Little squeeze into the wrists. Little shake out. Rolling down nice and slowly. So flipping yourself over onto your bottoms as we come into Purvottanasana. So hands behind the bottom, fingers facing forwards. I've got 2 options here. So straight legs option, legs together, toes pointed. Going to push into the heels of the hands. So you lift the hips up, touching the toes down to the earth, drive the hips up, look up, open chest. So take 5 deep breaths like that, or have the feet hip distance apart. Reverse tabletop. Because the straight leg option isn't for everybody. So take whichever option suits you best. 5 deep, strong breaths. Really squeeze and lift into those hips. Squeeze the hips together, thighs together. Open the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Another 2 big breaths. Very strong. Exhale, release. Rolling down onto your backs. Taking a little bridge. So rolling down nice and carefully onto the back. Bring the heels close to the buttocks. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Now you can take a block. Excuse the squeaking of my feet and hands on my mat. I'm very sweaty and sticky. Bringing a block between the legs if you feel that's needed. I'm going to grab a towel for myself quickly because my back is so wet. And these mats make a funny noise. So rolling down, back, set yourselves up. If you feel you need to take a block between the legs to keep the legs engaged towards each other, parallel thighs. Taking the hands to touch the heels. Take a nice deep breath in. Start to lift the pelvis off, curling the spine vertebra by vertebra, peeling it off the mat. Tucking the shoulder blades towards each other as you come up onto the shoulders. Drive those hips up to the sky. Keep those thighs parallel. Squeeze into the glutes, into the hamstrings. 5 breaths. Deep belly breaths. 3 more. Lift those hips a little bit higher. Push, push, push. 2. Last big breath in and out. See that belly rise and fall. Exhale. Opening out across the back of the shoulders. Rolling down nice and slowly, curling the spine down vertebra by vertebra. Now take another one of those bridges, or take yourself into full wheel. So hands behind the head, hands close to the head, by the ears if possible. I take a little turn out with my hands because I find that helps a little bit. So I turn my fingers out and the heels of my hands slightly in. So taking your wheel, so push, come onto the top of the head first, and then pushing into the heels of the hands. Coming onto the tippy toes if you want. 5 big breaths. Slowly lowering yourself down if you come into a full wheel, and then lowering yourself down through the spine if you were in your bridge pose. So curling down through the spine, and then hugging the knees into chest. Really bring those knees in towards your armpits. Take a little rock and roll. One more. Giving your spine a little massage. Then coming up onto the knees. Into Ustrasana, camel pose. So taking the legs so that the knees are hip distance apart. What we can do if you have a wall is you can come over to your wall and take the thighs to touch the wall and push your hips into the wall. Only if you have the space to do that. If you don't, then it's exactly the same without, but you drive the heels of the hands into the lower back of the hips, squeeze the shoulder blades, open the chest, looking up. So keeping that connection if you're against the wall of the thighs and the hip, the pelvis, pubic bone into the wall as you're opening the front of the body. So imagine the front of the body lengthening. lengthening away, and then coming back up. So if you were away from the wall, that's exactly the same. So length through the front body, then reaching the hands back, coming into the full expression of the pose. If you need to take some blocks there to reach towards, if the hands don't quite reach, then use a block or place a cushion just to give you a little bit more height. Coming into your full camel. Drive those hips forwards. Open up through the front body. Looking back if you can. 3 more deep breaths. Slowly coming up with control. And then coming down into rabbit. So taking the crown of the head down to the mat, and then re-lifting the hips, the buttocks up. So tucking the toes underneath, holding on to the ankles, under the feet if you can. So you'll feel a lovely stretch across the shoulders, across the shoulder blades. Scoop and lift into the belly. So you're arching the spine the other way. Release the feet. Coming into child's pose. Reaching the arms back, palms facing up. And then coming up, taking yourself into seated. You're going to bend your left leg across. So left leg in, right foot across, and taking a twist over to the right. So feel that lovely stretch down the right side, all the way from the knee, all the way across the outer hip. Reaching the arm behind you to reach towards the left leg. Grow the spine tall. Feel as if you're being pulled from that golden thread from the top of your head up to the sky. Scoop and lift into the belly. Engage fully all of that abdominal area. 2 more breaths. Big breath in. Coming to center. We're just doing some little counter poses to that camel, which is quite strong, and if you took the wheel as well. So you're bending your right leg in and the heel in towards the buttock. Taking a twist over to the left. So hooking that right arm around that left leg. So you're really twisting the body round. Your drishti to the far left. Arm reaching round towards the right hip or the right thigh. Use the strength of the breath to guide you through the pose. With the exhale, maybe twisting a little bit more to look behind you a little bit more. Ardha Matsyendrasana. Coming back into Dandasana. Extending the legs. Growing that spine nice and tall. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Scoop and lift that Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha. Chin to chest. Jalandhara Bandha, Maha Bandha, all 3 together. Legs super switched on. Draw those toes towards you. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Grow that long spine, tall, all the way up to the sky. Then into Jana Shirshasana. Keeping your right leg extended, bring the left foot in anywhere up the inner right leg. So using a strap if you need to around your right foot. Make sure you're facing that right leg, that you haven't gone over to the side. So line yourself up straight. Big breath in, reaching up. And then hinging from your hip creases, reaching your hands forwards. Equally check your shoulders are level, you're not twisting. And then grabbing hold of the ankle or the foot, the underside of the foot. Drishti to your big toe. Give a little inhale, lift and lengthen, and then refold over the leg. 5 breaths here. Keeping your bandhas engaged. Drishti to the big toe. With every exhale, a little further folding forward. One more big breath in and out. Inhale, coming up. Extend the left leg forwards. Bringing the right foot in anywhere up the inner leg. It doesn't matter because we're not putting any pressure on, so it doesn't matter whether it's on the knee even. You can always prop up underneath the side knee if that feels uncomfortable with that leg, just if it's not opening fully in the hip. So recheck yourself that you're facing that side extended leg. Lift on the inhale. Extending forwards, exhale over your left leg. Check your hand with your hands that your shoulders are level, because sometimes we tend to twist as we come forward. We're trying to come forward over that front leg as level as possible. Taking hold of your strap, your foot, your ankle, your calf, whatever you can reach. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, forward fold, Janu Shirshasana, over that front left leg. So your drishti to the big toe or down towards the shin, depending on how far forward you're going. Flow with your breath, so connect with the breath. In and out through the nose. A little ujjayi sound. One more deep breath in. Exhale, release. Inhale, slowly easing yourself back up, right, with the body. Taking the feet together. And then cradling your left leg. So we're going to cradle this left leg. And then we're going to bring it over our shoulder. And extend the right leg forwards. Now this might be enough for you today. If you can, placing the hands back down. Really squeeze that left leg around that left arm and lift. So driving and squeezing into the belly. 3, 2, 1. So lift off as much as you can. Let's cradle the right leg. Open up into the hip. Hooking that right leg over. Really bring it over the shoulder as high up as you can. And then squeeze the leg into the upper arm. Placing the hands down. Extending the left leg. Push into the hands. Squeeze and lift into the belly. Little smile. 3, 2, 1. Release down. Whew. Bring the feet together. Baddha Konasana. Now you can take a block under the bottom for this, just to lift the hips up. So, felt like a lovely click there into the hips. So bringing the feet as close to the groin as you can. Open the soles of the feet like you're opening a book. So nice big breath in, lift and lengthen the spine. Exhale, tilting from those hip creases. So reaching the body forwards. If you can bring the elbows down with the palms facing up. Five big breaths in and out. Open the knees a little bit more. Hinging forwards a little bit more. Inhale, coming up. Opening the legs wide, just for 10 breaths. You can stay on your block if that felt good. Reaching the arms forwards, palms facing up, or reaching the arms out to the side towards the big toes. Grabbing the big toes with the peace finger and thumb. working with the breath, particularly exhale, release. If you want to put some bolster or cushion for yourself to land onto, if you're not reaching down to the floor, then do that. It feels as though you're reaching down to something accessible. So go to where you can, and let's hold for another 5 breaths. Last deep breath in. And exhale, release down. Last time. And then coming up nice and slowly. Use your hands behind the knees to bend into the legs. Tilt yourself a little bit back to bring the legs together. Oh my goodness, that feels great. Coming into Gomukhasana. So taking the right leg underneath the left, stack the knees above each other, bring those feet in towards the buttocks. Reaching the left arm up to the sky. And then down towards between the shoulder blades, reaching the right arm up towards it. Use your strap for this if you need to, if the hands don't connect. Lift and lengthen, inhale. Exhale, hinging, tilting forwards over those legs. 5 breaths. One big breath in and out. Inhale, coming up. Switching the legs around. Left leg under, right leg on top. If you need to sit on a block for this, you can always sit on a block. Remember, your props are there for a good reason, to assist you. They don't mean that you're doing it any better or any worse. It's just to help you access places a little bit differently. So really feel you can use them. Reaching the right arm up, then bring it down between the shoulder blades. Lovely stretch there down the tricep. Reaching the left hand, up between the shoulder blades. I'm mirroring you. Lift and lengthen. Squeeze and lift into the belly. Creating space and support. Folding forwards over your legs. 5 breaths. Two more. Big breath in. Big breath out. Big breath in, coming upright. Oh, that feels great into the shoulders. I can feel the sun coming through the windows. Give yourselves a little shake. Then just a little reset, reaching the legs forwards into Dandasana. And then taking your choice of a shoulder stand, taking Viparita Karani, where you lay onto your backs. So the choice is yours. Extend the legs, make them really active, reach the arms down, push the back of the arms into the earth, open the chest, squeeze and lift into the belly. Taking shoulder stand. So if you want to take your shoulder stand, you're going to stay there for 15 breaths. This one, or shoulder stand, or taking headstand. Your choice. So making sure if you're taking shoulder stand, headstand, that you don't move your head from side to side once you're in it. It's really important because you can really twist the neck uncomfortably. So staying in your inversion for 15 breaths. There's probably about 10 breaths left. If you're in your headstand or your shoulder stand, making sure you squeeze and lift into Mula Bandha Uddiyana Bandha.
5 more deep breaths in and out. Keep the focus and attention inwards. Coming out of your inversion. So lowering your legs if you're in Viparita Karani. Coming through Halasana if you're in shoulder stand, Salambasavasana. So bringing your legs overhead and then using your arms as brakes, palms facing down. Coming out of your headstand slowly and carefully. Coming into fish pose, Matsyasana. So extending the legs long, taking the hands underneath the buttocks with the palms facing down. Just taking a counter pose if you've been in shoulder stand. So taking that option. So your hands are underneath your bottom, chest open, crown of the head down towards the earth. So your elbows are nice and close together. You're sitting on your hands, palms down. Open the chest, crown of the head, lightly touching to the earth. Don't over squeeze the back of the neck. Deep belly breaths in and out. Taking a big breath in, push into the elbows to lift the head and slowly with control look to the feet. Then rolling your back down, open across the shoulders, release the hands from underneath. Take the arms wide and just take a little twist. So bringing the left knee in towards the chest, take it out towards the right. Use your right hand onto the knee to just bring it across. Keep the shoulders glued to the earth. So don't let that left shoulder lift. You can look to your left hand. You can straighten your right leg if you want. Two more breaths. A little bend in the leg, bring it back to center, switch sides. So bringing the right knee into chest, using the left hand to offer that knee over to the side. So twist and look to your right hand. Keep that right shoulder down, firmly glued to the earth. You might find one side stiffer or less accommodating as the other. So work with all of the differences in the body, left side and right side. You can extend and straighten your right leg if that feels good. Holding onto it with the peace finger and thumb. We do this standing twist in our standing balances or a twisted sequence as well. Nice deep breath in, a little bend in the knee, bring it to center. Hug the knees in, a little rock and roll. And then lying yourselves down. Your choice of position. You might want to take those feet back together in Supta Baddha Konasana. Or bring the heels in, knees bent, drop the knees towards each other. That might just feel nice for the lower back because it just brings the overarched lower back down into the earth. Just gives you a little bit more support there. A little bit more of a pelvic tilt. So work with what works for you. Or taking your classical Shavasana position, extending the legs further than hip width apart and rolling the feet out, externally rotate the feet. Taking the arms away from the body, creating lots of space. Palms of the hands facing up to the sky. Whichever position that you are in, rolling the head nice and slowly to the left, to the right. And then coming back to center. And I invite you to close your eyes, keeping that focus and attention inwards. Just scanning the body, noticing any obstacles, any ruts. Just send the breath there to that tension or obstacle and soothe that tension away. Observe the breath, reconnect with your breath, that anchor. And notice the breath, the rhythm of the breath, without forcing, without controlling. Just follow the breath in its natural rhythm now. Flowing in, flowing out, flowing in, flowing out. Softening the face, all the muscles of the face, the skin, the brow, the muscles around the eyes, so unwrinkling the face completely. Unclenching the jaw, so to separate the teeth. Allow the heaviness of the tongue to rest softly in the roof of the mouth. Actively resting the eye sockets heavy, the eyes in their sockets heavy. And relaxing the scalp, the back of the neck, the throat, the shoulders, the backs of the arms, soften them into the mat. Softness into the hands. Soften the chest, the upper back, the lower back, the abdomen, the internal organs, the hips and buttocks, the thighs and hamstrings, the knees, the backs of the knees, the shins, the calves, the ankles, the tops of the feet, the underside of the feet, the heels, the toes. So letting go completely of every muscle, tendon, ligament, and organ in the body. Just let it be. Just feel yourself heavy, melting into the floor. Feeling fully supported. Just feeling the breath come and go. Positive breaths in. Letting go of anything that doesn't serve you on the exhale. Just spending another couple of breaths here. Enjoying the heavy sensation of the body fully relaxed. And then bringing your awareness back into the room, wiggling the fingers and toes. Bring the legs together, extend the legs if you're in Supta Baddha Konasana or with bent legs. Reach the arms overhead. Reach your left side. So left hand, left foot, reach, reach, reach. And then the other side, give yourself a lovely stretch. And then rolling over onto your right side. Nice and slowly, keeping the eyes closed or the gaze low. Just curl yourselves up into a little ball for a moment. Then coming into your seated position. If you wish, coming into full lotus, coming into a half lotus, or cross-legged, or legs extended, but growing the spine nice and long and tall, stacking the shoulders over the hips, crown of the head over the center of the pelvis. Just spending a moment here just to enjoy all that you have practiced today. Bringing your hands in towards each other, into that lotus flower. Feeling your consciousness connect with universal consciousness. Feeling yourself fully aligned. Feeling that beautiful 1,000-petal lotus flower growing beautifully in the muddy waters. It's an absolute miracle that it grows there. Moving out of your ruts into fresh new grooves. Bring your fingertips and hands together now, palms together, fingertips to touch as you take your hands to your heart center. And then honoring your practice, bowing down towards yourself. The light in me honors the light in you with the greatest respect, love, and gratitude. Peace, peace, peace. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste. Have a wonderful Monday. Thank you for your practice this morning. So hopefully you feel revitalized and refreshed. And I'll see you soon. Thank you so much. Have a lovely, lovely day. Thank you, everybody. Oops. See you soon. Well done.